Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5, and this is going to be a show about nothing. Seinfeld at its best. I'm joking. It will not be as good as Seinfeld. But I'm going to talk about several topics. Maybe they'll be interesting to you, maybe not. First off, out of all the things that's happening in social media, the news and everything, the thing that irritated me the most, it is not that the other things are not super frustrating, but it's that this is so simple and so insignificant, but yet it's gnawing at the back of my mind, and that is the Nintendo Switch situation. Yes, I found out that Nintendo will be releasing Pokemon Snap, a remake of Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch. And as you know, I am interested in photography, and I think that Pokemon Snap has a lot to do with that. Because that was one of my favorite games in childhood, other than the Pokemon Yellow and Gold and Silver and stuff. Pokemon Snap was one of my favorite Nintendo games, right under Perfect Dark and GoldenEye. So, anyways, I'm super psyched about this game. And I thought to myself, well, you would have been super happy with a Nintendo Switch when you went to Maui and had to wait in the airport for hours, because airports, as you know, are super fun. So that would have been very convenient. And not only that, today I couldn't shoot my recurve bow because it's raining and storming outside. Chopped on TV just came on. The bad weather has interfered with my phone, with my satellite signal, and so the TV show Chopped was momentarily disconnected. For those of you who don't know, Chopped is a cooking reality game show. It's a lot like Fortune Fire, but with food. Very similar to Fortune Fire. So I when there's nothing else on TV, I watched Chopped. Fortunately, Fortune Fire should be coming on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Anywho, I was thinking of all these things, like, wow, like the Nintendo Switch would be perfect for days like this where I can't go outside, and you know, COVID is still a thing, so you can't really go around to nightclubs and bars and stuff. You can't. Restaurants are not open to capacity. You know, we're really still stuck in a sense of what we can do. I was like, the Nintendo Switch would be a perfect thing to do when I'm stuck inside, or if I'm stuck at an airport, or whatever. So I went online. Well, first I went to my local stores, and none of them have them. Went online, none of the online stores have them, except for one, and that is eBay. And I soonly found out that the only reason eBay has them is because some jerkwads bought them all out in the stores and are jacking the prices way up to sell on eBay to people who are very desperate for a escape. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to support you and your evil ways, taking advantage of a global pandemic and making it where average people have to pay an excessive price, $500 and up, for a Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to support you. So that was like the one thing that kind of irritated me to the point of pushing me over the edge. Now, there's much more serious things to be frustrated and irritated about. A lot of the ignorant things on TV and the social media that I might make a video on, but I'm kind of leaning towards against it because, well, there's a lot of ignorant stuff on the internet, and me making a video about that isn't going to change that. But anyways, that thing about the Nintendo Switch really irritated me, because it's like, I have the money. I can be escaping my room or my house right now because I can't go outside because of the weather and so on and so forth. And it just irritated me. Now to the next subject. I got a new knife. Let's try that again. I did not intend to do that, but it's there. Paramilitary 2 with the Emerson Wave feature. Did not know I wanted this knife until I saw it online. And it's a cool knife. I plan on modding it out, getting some titanium hardware, some anodized blue titanium hardware. Might get the carbon fiber scales. These things are kind of like the Honda Civic of the knife world, along with a few other knives. And there's a lot of aftermarket parts to make them yours. So I plan on doing that. Here, let's do a family-friendly version. There we go. But a cool knife. And I find that a knife of this size, knife of the Endura size, the knife of the holdout, the small holdout, I can't remember what number designation it is. Even, watch this. Ha! You can do it without the hole. This is a good size knife for everyday task. These knives are the knives I gravitate towards to do my everyday cutting task. Small cutting tasks like opening up boxes, cleaning your fingernails, cutting up food. This is like the perfect size for those type of tasks. Now, if I could only carry one knife, it would be a 5.5 inch folding knife because you can do a lot of stuff with it. But to me, they're not as comfortable and enjoyable to use for those final tasks. So I tend to gravitate towards the Endura, the Yojimbo 2. Those are the knives I like to use, and really get in there and have fun with. I find that my preferred EDC blade length is 4 inches to about 2.5 inches. Somewhere within that range I like for EDC tasks. So yeah, I got the Paramilitary 2 with the Emerson opener. And it is awesome. And I can't wait to mod it out eventually. It's not going to happen all at once. It's going to be over a progression of time. But yeah, I'm super psyched about that knife. Really been enjoying it. Other things. I am kind of stuck at a Crossroad. There was this Battle Blades video that I've been filming on and planning on, and that is the XL Espada versus the Columbia River Knife and Tool Hisho. And I did all my bamboo filming. I can do the meat filming anytime I want, but I really want coconuts to test the durability of these knives. And coconuts are out of season. I don't know when the coconut season is, but I've been going to the grocery store looking for coconuts, and I cannot find coconuts anywhere. And that's like the one ingredient I really want for my Battle Blades video, because well, it just seems like fun. Saw it on Forged Fire. I was like, I wonder if the Columbia River Knife and Tool Hisho could survive that. I wonder if the XL Espada can survive that. And those are the two knives I'm comparing, and it doesn't necessarily mean if the knife fails the coconut test it's a terrible knife, but it should be pretty climactic, and that's the one ingredient I'm missing. So, for those of you who have been waiting on that video, I think I referenced it a couple times, or I might just be thinking back on me filming the video and thinking that I uploaded and talked about it, but that's what's holding me up on that video, so I am sorry for not having that video out right now, but I really want the coconuts for that video. What have I talked about? I've tried to film this video a couple times, and I'm trying to compress it, make it a little bit shorter. Still doing hardcore on my Spanish lessons. I'm on my 1,083rd day. I'm number 3 in my league as of right now, in the Sapphire League, and I got to hang out with my Latino family and conversate with them, talk to them about the Spanish learning process, and hang out with them. It's been super cool. Look forward to seeing them again soon. They are not related by blood but by bond, and I really enjoy them. But I might be able to go to the coast 4th of July weekend, depending on the weather and if my dad's off. My brother from a Latina mother will not be able to make it, so I didn't request that time off because it was unsure if I'll have anybody to hang out with during that time period. So I just decided to go on the weekend itself if anybody is down there. But I want to show you a relic from my past. This is a relic from back when I had a beach house, not beach camp or bait camp or fish camp, whatever we're calling it these days. This is a Penn Senator 9/0. I thought it was a 12/0, but it's a 9/0. And this, along with 3 rods, came with our beach house. I remember this very specifically. And ever since I laid eyes on this reel, I wanted it. And somehow my dad got a hold of it because the beach house was actually owned by my grandfather. When he died, the kids kind of assumed ownership of it, and they both use it. But for somehow my dad got this reel because I guess he was the one that was going down there the most, and he used it, and I used it to catch my first black-tip shark. It was 4 feet 8 inches, and it was quite a ride. And this doesn't have a level winder, so you have to use your thumb and manipulate the string to keep the string level on this cylinder. And this is just an awesome little device, and it no longer works correctly, which is why I have it. Anywho, my dad tried repairing it, and he said, "Austin, I'm throwing it away. If you want it, you can have it." I was like, yes, I wanted it. I wanted it ever since I laid eyes on it at the beach house. And I don't know if it's repairable. I don't know where you would send it to get repaired. I don't know if Penn would repair it. I might have to contact Penn. But if nothing else, it'll make a good little decoration on the bookshelf. It won't fit on my, my split cane rod that I have hanging up for decoration. It's a pretty big split cane rod. It was made for the bigger fish, but it could not handle a big red. So it's all but in 2 pieces. It's still technically connected, but it lost its structural integrity. So now it's a decoration on the wall. I might have to take a picture of it and post it on Instagram sometime. But this is too heavy for a split cane rod, especially hanging up that high on the wall. But yeah, I wanted to show that to you. This is childhood memories right here, and this is the last of the this is the last relic of our beach house. This literally came with the beach house when my granddad bought it, and I caught my first black tip on it. So I want to hang on to it a little bit longer. Might eventually end up selling it on eBay for parts if I can't get it repaired. But there you go, just a little show and tell of my past. And back to the rant. Not a rant, just it kind of irritated me that someone would buy all the Nintendo Switches to sell on the black market or to sell at a jacked up price and take advantage of a unpleasant situation, with COVID and all that stuff. I know Texas is a lot more open than other states, but I hear that Texas is closing back up a little bit. I don't know that for sure, but I came to the conclusion that I really wanted a Nintendo Switch because it would have helped in Maui or flying to Maui when I was in the airport. It would have been perfect for today when I can't shoot my bow because it's raining and the TV signal on Chopped goes in and out of service. So I'm kind of irritated about that, like I said earlier on the video, but I want to keep a positive attitude, and hopefully I'll have some exciting content for you in the future. It's funny, I actually had a guy at the beach, a random guy that I don't know, asked me to take his picture when I was taking photography. I think he was just being silly. He didn't even ask for a copy of the picture. I'll put that in the video now. That picture. Anywho, that's it. That's the video. I don't want to ramble too for long. I can't remember if I stated this in this video, but I do plan on modding this and making it into a more visually interesting knife. It's not disinteresting, but make it a little bit more of Hisatsu 5 style, so to speak. It's funny, I found a knife on eBay that I regret selling. It's the limited edition Bob Lum mini onslaught with the marbled carbon fiber and blue anodized titanium. It was obviously pretty expensive. I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to modify this to kind of fill that niche instead of buying that knife back. So that's it. That's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't nowhere near as interesting as Seinfeld, but is anything? That's it. I'm Hisatsu 5, and I'm out.